This is my 100th video. AngularJS. So in this session we're gonna see the controller. So how do we make use of this controller in an AngularJS application? So controller, the meaning of the controller, it contains the core business logic, and then it exposes data to the view using the scope object. Alright, so we are going to see how to make use of the controller as well as the ng-model directive in an AngularJS application. So ng-model directive, it helps to keep the data simultaneously on the model as well as the view. So this is the output page. You can see here you can see the page name, the view page name N Tiruchitrambalam. Alright, and then you can see two labels. One is state and the other one is capital. Alright, and nearby state you can see the text box. Alright, and similarly nearby capital you can see the text box, right? That is there to get the input from the end user. So whatever I key in within this text box, right, and whatever I'm gonna key in within this the subsequent text box, right? Alright, so those text will be displayed underneath. Alright, let's see. Here I just type, see, Tamil Nadu. Right, you can see you can see. All right, let me type some other name. So let me type my name, THARU. You can see here those whatever I key in, that gets printed on the web page. All right, CHITRAM PALAM. All right, and then in the next text box I type in N, so Tiruchitrambalam N. So let me delete this, and now I type Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is the state, and for capital Chennai. Okay, so that gets printed on the web page. All right, so this, how do we do this? So how do we do this using AngularJS application? So that's the thing we are going to see in this session, as well as what is controller. As I said, what is controller and how do we make use of the controller, as well as the ng-model directive. All right, so that's what. Let's create an application, and we will we are going to do this. We are going to make some code snippet to get this output. All right, so just to save time, I have already created ANG-CTRL, the application, AngularJS application. The name of the application is ANG-CTRL. You can see I place the cursor over the name of the project. All right, so and then within the web app I created a lib folder, lib folder. So and in the lib folder I have placed the AngularJS files. All right, and then I created just on the web app folder I created the HTML index.html file, and then one more file, JS file, that is angdemo.js file, AngularJS file I have created. All right, so and then what I have done, I have included the angular.js file to the HTML file using the script element. Similarly, demo.js file has been added to the index.html file using the script element. All right, so these stuff I have explained how to do these things in the previous sessions. AngularJS 1, 2 and 3, I have explained all this stuff. So just to save time, I have done already. I have already done this, and now we're going to see how to create the controller. Right, so go to angdemo.js. Here what I do, var app equal, we are going to create the angular.module. Okay, so I just create the module. Right, so this is a variable name, app. We can give any name. Right, this denotes the where it denotes a variable type. All right, so I mean whatever that suffix the var text, that will be the variable name. All right, so here equal, and then I give the I'm going to create the module. So to create the module, I need to use the angular.module keyword. All right, so within the module, next to that module keyword, within the parenthesis, I'm going to give the name of the module. So module, again, it can be called, in other words, app, Angular app. All right, so this module I'm going to make, I'm going to give them a name, Angular ANG C. All right, and then comma, bracket, and then a semicolon. All right, so module is created. I mean module named ANGC is created. All right, Angular module named ANGC is created. Now I'm going to create the controller. So how do we do this? Module ANGC is stored in the variable app. All right, so just to denote or access the ANGC, I can use this app variable. All right, so I use the app dot controller. All right, so we need to use the keyword controller. Okay, that is module name. I mean this variable that holds the Angular module ANGC. All right, dot, and then I use the keyword controller. Okay, and then within the parenthesis, as a parameter, I'm going to give the controller name, that is within double quotes ANGC. All right, or ANGCON. Okay, and then all right, so otherwise I will use ANGC. Okay, now next to this comma, and then I use the function. Okay, I create the function and I pass in the scope. Okay, so once I just pass in the scope object, $scope. So here I scope dot, okay, scope dot I create a variable state. Okay, equal, I'm going to create the object. Right, so object normally how do we create? As a key value key value pair. So the key is uh, first name colon, and then the value is Tiruchitrampalam. Okay, then the last name colon, here n. All right, so that's it. I have created the scope property named state. All right, so that's an object. It holds first name, key value pair first name, and in turn it holds the value and Tiruchitrambalam, and last name it holds the value n. Okay, now here I'm gonna create the function scope dot full name equal function. Here what I do, I would like to return this this property state in this function. All right, so in this function, so what I do, I just create var stobj. All right, it's an object. I just create an object variable, and then I assign stobj equal scope dot state. Okay, whatever the property, I mean the object I created in the created using scope, in the scope that's been assigned, that object, that property is assigned to the stobj variable. All right, so now I return stobj. I mean this stobj now does have access to this first name and last name. All right, so stobj dot first name plus stobj dot last name. Okay, that's it. The function, whatever the code that needs to be done within the function has been done. All right, so here just a sec, it shows few errors. App dot controller in JSON. So it shows the error. I believe here it should be given in double quotes, right? Right. So that's it. So I have removed the error. Alright, the thing is here the value should be given in the double quotes, and then the comma should be given between the key, each key value. Alright, that's it. So here in this, what I do, I just create the div element. Okay, and here within this div I use the ng app. So let me use data hyphen ng hyphen app equal the app, I mean the model we created is, name of the model is ANGC. Okay, and then again data hyphen ng hyphen model. So we are going to use the model directive. This directive, we specify because we are going to make use of this ANGC model. All right, so here this directive ng data hyphen ng hyphen model, we use this. It should be used, not the model. This should be used with the input text. Here controller should be used. Controller. Okay, we need to give the controller name. So we have created ANGCON. Right, so go to angdemo.js. This is a JS file. Here you can see controller. The name of the controller is ANGCON. All right, so that is given here, ANGCON. Okay, now within this, what I do, I just give a text label state colon. So this, whatever I give it here, that would be printed on the web page. All right, now next to this, I use the input HTML element. All right, so here type equal, we are going to use the text. Okay, and we are going to create the text box. So within this text box, whatever I type, okay, whatever I key in, that should get stored in the that should get stored in the model. All right, in the model, and whatever it is in the model, that should be displayed on the view. All right, so how this can be done, using this directive ng model. Okay, so for this we make use of this ng model. So here ng model equal, within double quotes we need to give whichever the property that should be updated from the view, as well as as well as its value should be displayed on the view. So in that scenario, we need to that property name should be picked. All right, so here we are going to make use of this property name state. All right, scope dot state. So that, just copy it, and here you give it as a state. Okay, so that whatever the if you do any changes on the view, that is the view page, that will get reflected on the model, and on the model, whatever the if we have done any changes, that will get reflected on the page. All right, so this can be achieved using this ng hyphen directive model, ng hyphen model directive. All right, so that's it. Okay, and then I use br just to go to the next line, and here again I just give a label capital. So whatever the label you give it here, that will be displayed on the view page. All right, and then I use the input here, type equal the type is text. Okay, we are creating the text box. hyphen model, ng hyphen model equal here we give the state. So here I have yet to give the full name. So state, it is a property. I mean it's an object property, object variable. It has two key values. One is first name and the other one is last name, right? So for the text box we have created, first name should be given for one text box. So I am going to give state dot state and then key in dot and then first name, right? And for the second text box which I have created, we need to give the second key value of the state object property. All right, so I just copy the last name, second key value is last name, I copied, and here in the ng model attribute I give as a value state dot state is the object property name, state dot key value is last name. Okay, that's it. So I have closed it. And now what I am going to do in the next line, just to bring the cursor to the next line, I use the break line br element. Here what I do, I use the two braces just to output the content whatever we key in within the text box. All right, so how do we do this? Already we have created a function called full name, right? So when I call this function, what happened? It's going to return the first name and last name of this scope property named state. All right, so I'm going to call this full name function. All right, so I just give the full name, that's it. Okay, so let me check. I believe that's it. So let me run this. All right, so if you want to remove this exclamation, I mean this symbol, you can use the data data hyphen, right? So that that will get removed. See here data, that's it. Okay, fine, let me run this. Alt Shift Control R and then Alt N and then select this application ANGCTRL, that's the application name, and Alt F. Right, it seems hold on. Okay, so we need to give the function name. This is the function name we have given. It should be suffixed with the parenthesis. All right, so that's it. So when I run this, I believe I will get the output. So Alt Shift X, right? Alt Shift X and then press R and then Alt N and then select ANGCTRL, the application name, and then Alt F. See, now you can see that we have got the output page. The name of the page is N Tiruchitrambalam. So why does it show N Tiruchitrambalam? In the title element I have given N Tiruchitrambalam. Okay, and then here you can see the state label, state colon and then capital colon. So two labels which we have given in the HTML page, state colon and then capital colon. Okay, and next to that state you can see text box. All right, so that we have why does it appear? Because we have given the input element, we have created the text box using the input element, and within this input element we have given the ng module just to ensure that whatever the data that is on the view page, that will get updated on the model, as well as whatever on the model that will get reflected on the view page. All right, so just to do this task, ng model, it does this task, ng model directive, it does this task. All right, so so we need to assign the value ng model equal whatever the variable name that should be updated simultaneously on the view page as well as on the as well as in the model. So in that case, if you want to if you want to simultaneously update the content, update the data in on the view page as well as in the model, then we can make use of this ng-model directive. Okay, so I have assigned state dot first name, and then for in the second text box which I have created using the input element, I have assigned the state dot last name to the ng-model. Okay, now you can see the output here. State, I gave the value Tamil Nadu. When I key in the value Tamil Nadu, you can see underneath, you can see the value that's been displayed. Whatever I key in, that has got displayed. All right, so again, just make a note of it, Tamil Nadu. Okay, it displayed, and capital is Chennai. Okay, that's it. So that's the thing. So I believe in this session you got to know what is controller and how to make use of the controller in an AngularJS application, and we have also seen how to make use of the ng-model, what is ng-model directive, and how to make use of that ng-model directive in an AngularJS application. Thanks for watching. Bye.